They say that real estate is local, but do you really know what that means? You see, if you plan on buying a home or selling a home, you'll want to understand this old adage and use it to your advantage. Every single tip that you can learn and take to heart could easily end up saving you tens of thousands of dollars when you move, and understanding the local nature of real estate is very near the top of the list of things you should know. Today's video is short and sweet, but it answers a question that I am occasionally asked about why it is said that real estate is local. Hi, I'm Joe Manausa, author of The Business of Getting Business and the creator of Manausa.com, where I've helped tens of thousands of people buy and sell homes. I would like to help you too. If you already are a subscriber, thank you and welcome back. If you're not a subscriber, please consider becoming one now. We offer the most thorough and accurate housing market reports on YouTube, plus answers to your real estate frequently asked questions, and we also provide virtual tours of some of the most beautiful homes in Tallahassee. Simply hit subscribe to get started, and the bell so that you're the most informed buyer or seller in your next real estate transaction. In the state of Florida, anybody with a valid real estate license can help you buy or sell a home in Tallahassee. As far as I know, the same is true in other states across the country. Real estate licenses are valid across the entire state, not just to a county, a city, or a neighborhood. Before we get to the end of this video, I'm going to share a true story about a home that we sold that clearly demonstrates the adage that real estate is local. You'll discover why a hyperlocal agent will give you an edge when it comes time to sell or buy a home. When you hear that real estate is local, it means that home values are relative to those of homes around them. That's why you might pay $2 million for a tiny apartment in New York City and yet only spend about $400,000 for a 3,000 square foot home in Northeast Tallahassee. These two cities have two very different markets, two completely different sets of buyers and sellers, thus one has no direct impact on the other. Relative location is also the reason you can buy a townhouse on Highland Golf Course in downtown Tallahassee for $200,000 less than one in Golden Eagle Plantation located in northeast Tallahassee. Real estate values are hyper-local. So here's an example of where working with a non-local real estate agent cost a buyer tens of thousands of dollars. My company was hired by a local property owner to sell a nice home in northeast Tallahassee. When the home hit the market, a real estate agent from South Florida called and told us she had a buyer. Since she didn't have access to the home, she asked us if we could show it to her buyer. Of course, we agreed. Now you have to remember, we were hired by the seller, so our goal was to demonstrate the home in a manner that showed its great features in a very positive light to the buyer. The buyer's agent couldn't make it to the showing, so we provided the only input the buyer received before making a decision. The buyer, a young, newly married couple, loved the home and asked us what the seller would do. We advised them that we planned on getting an above asking price for the seller and that the buyer should now work with the agent that they chose. The other agent came to town the next day and asked if we would show her the property too. Again, we agreed and did so. The agent remarked that this home would sell for twice as much in the market area where she worked. We agreed and confirmed it was a great deal. To make a long story short, this couple purchased the house at a price above what the seller was asking, and we helped the agent put the offer and contract together because the other agent didn't understand some of our local nuances in our paperwork and documentation. The fact is, she didn't understand the local valuation structure, nor the nuances of our local contracts. It appeared to us as if she just pushed her buyer into an above asking price offer so that she could put the deal together and just get back home. We had no other offers from other buyers. A local real estate buyer's agent would have known that this home was slightly overpriced and would have probably got the buyer the home for about 10 grand less. When they say that real estate is local, it means that values here are based upon other home listings and sales in our local market. It doesn't matter what this home would be worth in South Florida, or even across town for that matter. The value of the home is heavily reliant on where the home is, and you need a local agent to truly understand local market conditions. Furthermore, real estate is local means that the terms in the contract identify who pays for what, and these are negotiable. If you don't have a local real estate agent with great experience, you'll end up paying more than normal for closing costs. As another example, I was recently asked to help somebody buy a home in South Florida, so I referred them to a great real estate agent down there. I'm an expert in the Tallahassee real estate market, but that does not mean I understand the local nuances in some South Florida market communities. I happen to have a strong network of great agents all around the country that I refer my clients, friends, and family to when they are buying or selling a home in an area where I'm not local. They get much better guidance than I can provide. Remember, the law allows somebody like me with a real estate license to sell from Pensacola to Key West, Florida, and everywhere in between. Under the law, I am considered as competent as anybody else with a Florida real estate license, but that's not really the case. If you are planning to buy or sell a home in Tallahassee, you need a Tallahassee realtor that is also hyper-local. Sure, you can work with anybody you like, but how do you expect an outside agent to be able to negotiate on your behalf when they lack the local knowledge of those of us who have been around Tallahassee for a long time? They say that real estate is local, and they are correct. Work with a local agent anytime you enter or leave a real estate market. If you would like to see recent videos about local housing market conditions, I have assembled a great playlist that you can view by clicking on the box on the top left corner of your screen. For a playlist of our top tips for home buyers, just click on the box below it. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss anything.